Merry Christmas from the Long Con Podcast.
It's time to put your costume on and listen to the Long Con.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Long Con Podcast, episode 21, where we talk conventions, cosplay, and other facets of geek culture. I'm Kevin.
It's snowing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Tiny Tim.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas time.
Hey, Vegeta, what day is it?
Christmas.
It's the day after Christmas. Happy holidays.
I'm Nick. What? Which one are you? Oh,
I'm Nappa.
no. He's not in the credits.
Stop trying to hit me in the eye.
This is Snowhand.
One of us.
What does that mean?
One of us. One
Two of
us.
them.
Yeah.
Three of those. None for you. This is all it's going to be for an hour.
An hour. No, you sit down and you watch.
Oh no, we lost our one viewer. So Nick came up and Dale came up and we unwrapped presents together.
Actually,
Kind of
I went down because I gotta go south.
over.
And I didn't bring the presents because
No.
I'm not done.
So it was
You didn't get
an interesting gift exchange, but we did video it. So we're going to show that now.
Do you want your gift first, or do you want...
Well, I figured that's the big grandiose thing you want to do.
Dale's got the grand finale.
Yeah.
He does.
Alright.
Do you have gifts for him? Or do you already
No.
give it to him?
I don't have his yet.
And I already gave Nick his gift.
What are you, my fucking family? My mom and sister and brother couldn't wait for gift opening, so they did it before I got there. And the only gifts we had to open were mine and mine that they give to me.
Merry Dale's miss.
It was a poorly planned outing.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think you were going to come over and we were going to exchange gifts on camera, so...
You didn't think I was going to come over?
And exchange gifts on camera. I thought you were going to meet us over for wings.
Alright, are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. So, this is the first one. I hate wrapping, and it ripped in 5 fucking seconds.
I hate rapping too. I just cram it in there. So.
Alright, and then this one's yours. So go ahead. I don't need to be in the picture for this shit.
Easy.
You're going to put this in my car.
Yep. You said you're fine with putting decals on your car
Yeah,
now.
it's an old car.
I've seen it for a while, and I'm like, it'll be great.
Or I could put this in the window at work.
Baby.
Because there have been, the reason we have paper in front of we have a sliding glass door, and the reason we have that paper is because people have walked into our door on more than one occasion in the past.
Alright.
So you can almost do that.
This is also I hate wrapping. I finished it, and then a hole immediately appeared where I didn't. It's
Easy.
what is it, Nick? What is it?
Science. It says science.
Meow meow.
Alright, so what it does is you open it up and it lights up down there, so it's like a small light for your room or whatever. Also, when it comes close to metal, it's a metal detector. It starts singing Mjolnir's song or some shit like that.
Sweet. Activates when metal is detected.
Yes, like it's a real metal detector.
Look for metal objects.
Yeah, so you could go to the beach with Mjolnir and just be like, boop, boop, boop.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, you should try it out right now.
Okay.
Does it work as a stun detector?
Well,
We're gonna hang your presents.
only if it's metal. All right, so
It's
here's
singing my song.
here's your other one. While he's doing that, do this.
Does this one have any magical rips in it too?
No, that one actually didn't.
Yay! I get the better one.
Oh.
That was the first one I did though.
Dale only has tolerance for wrapping one thing.
An 8-bit treasure chest?
Yes.
Illuminates your valuable gems. So there's a light in it?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Dale.
Oh, you should open it. And
I'm
look at
going
it.
to.
I'm not good at tape.
Just destroy it. It's
heavy,
fine.
too.
Yeah.
It is. It was a lot bigger and heavier than I thought it was gonna be. It's pretty strong too.
I can put my dice in here.
No.
It will be my valued treasures.
Only candy. $90.
It's an 8-bit chest.
Yep.
And it comes with a D20.
No, I bought that as well. Open that
Oh, the
one up.
flashing D20? I've seen these advertised and thinking.
Yes and no.
Wait, it doesn't?
It doesn't flash. Well, I think it does flash, but
On a critical hit, so
Yes.
never.
Yes, exactly. That's what I thought.
Thanks,
you knew.
Dale. You had an
And
insult
look,
to injury.
yeah, look what it was showing at the
You should have
top.
got the critical fail one.
No, it just you did. No, it's already unopened.
You opened it from the bottom?
Right, because it kept the top of the package in
Fair
the
enough.
trap.
Who puts glue on the twisty tie? Those monsters.
You need Mjolnir to get Mjolnir out.
Meow.
We would be here all night, and
Yeah.
I still wouldn't get a 20.
You got to put it on. Yeah, and then give it a second, there you go.
Oh.
See?
And then it lights up when it's pointed that direction.
Right. Damn
But-
it! Did you send me another notification?
Fun fact, I never rolled 20s. I'm incredibly
You have
unlucky.
two. Remember when you were searching that one time?
Yeah, the one time where it didn't matter. Thank you, Dale.
Yep.
I wonder around that.
All right. So this isn't a sword, from what I'm gathering.
And it's not a coat either.
Oh my God,
I
this
heard Nick or Jen told me what you tried to do. So what did Kevin get me, or what did Bly get me? Not telling you, Dale.
I wanted.
Did he get me a new Varric coat? No.
And I wanted.
If I guess it, will you tell me? No.
I wanted to make sure that it wasn't the necklace because I
It's
bought
not.
that and I bought it on sale. I got a
Nice.
discount. And I wanted to make sure, and I found out it wasn't the Kerrigan bust,
Okay.
which I was.
I don't know if you want to completely rip that, or if you're gonna.
Oh,
I wouldn't like destroy it because you're probably gonna want to wrap it back up.
all right. Well, looks
Here,
like the
here,
camera.
the best one would be to pull that down,
Well,
and then.
I didn't know this was a puzzle, too.
Didn't you get the instructions on how to open it?
yeah.
I can't.
So that's
Oh,
what we
I
got
am
you.
so glad I didn't buy this as well. Oh,
I bought
was
it.
this
I
close.
bought it as soon as it was on sale, and that was for your birthday. And I'm like, well, we can frame it for Christmas.
That is awesome.
So-
I was this close to buying it when I bought the necklace, and then I almost bought the little Vegeta that little head, the pop-up thing.
Oh, the pop thing?
And that's what my sister got me too.
Oh, yeah?
And I
Nice.
almost bought that as well. So I almost bought myself my own gifts again.
Yeah, buying gifts for yourself around this time of year is
Dangerous.
I will tell that on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I got
So-
a place to hang.
Wow, wasn't that fun?
It was, wasn't it?
Wait,
I like the part where things happened.
I like the parts where the things were done.
we didn't
Yeah.
go anywhere. What the hell's going on?
We're still here. The audience went on an adventure.
How did they do that if no time passed from when before?
You were ruining the magic of television.
Acid, not even once.
So it's the day after Christmas here, and we got together and did the things.
Keep
Why are
going.
you looking at
Keep
me?
going.
I'm not even in
Keep
this.
going. Don't talk to the extras.
Magic voice.
You're welcome.
Jen's over there.
La,
Off camera.
la, la.
Yeah, yes.
That was me.
He's very good at ventriloquism.
Mhm. So, how was your Christmas? Tell us in the comments.
This is stuff you do at the end, not now.
Stop our video and go comment right now.
Go down. Stop paying attention.
This has been episode 21. It's a long time.
Is it? Is it 21?
Yeah.
I keep
Our
telling
podcast is old enough to drink.
You started,
Don't drink.
You started
don't drink,
drinking-
podcast.
Wait, you started drinking at 21 months old?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, we even skipped a few months, but I'm pretty sure it's under 2 years at this point.
Don't judge me. It was a really hard time being a toddler.
The terrible twos, just it.
He didn't know what he had to go through. He was
I-
teething.
And I bet you he doesn't remember a single memory from the twos.
No, it's all clear.
See?
Passed out in my
Or
crib.
it's like we like to call it time travel.
Hey.
Okay, so you wanted to tell a story?
Okay, so Dale's present.
The one that you saw in the magical video that we transferred.
Yes,
to.
that I
Which I
totally
was-
edited in before. It's in, I
Go
promise.
ahead.
So I check the Bioware store pretty often, and as soon as they put the Varric print, stop it, up on the website before they even broadcast it on their social media, and I happened to see it, so I ordered it immediately because it was almost Dale's birthday at the time. So I'm like, this will be a perfect birthday present for Dale. And then I was like, well, maybe I can also make it his Christmas present and get him a frame. He had
Stop shopping.
yes.
So in other words, he framed me, is what he's saying?
Yes. Unfortunately, the Treehouse brand stores, they apparently had a strike on the docks, and everything was backlogged for a long time. I was supposed to get it well before his birthday,
Oh, well.
and as well as the Christmas presents like this one, which I bought for myself.
Happy birthday, Kevin. Well, he always gives himself Christmas presents.
I got a funny story that I'll tell about
After
that
the
one
funny story.
Why
afterwards
does he keep pointing to me?
I have no
because it
idea.
involves you.
Oh.
The Uncharted thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was last year.
Yeah.
I think we already told that one. Spoilers.
Oh, probably.
Mysterious voices.
Thank you.
Just in my head.
So he has. I'm pretty sure it's 6 out of 300. It might be 16 out of 300, but it's within like the first 20. And it was a limited edition kind of print, so they were only making 300 of them. Why?
Keep going. We're waiting.
I'm trying.
We're listening.
So
far, I know all. These
anyway,
things.
I went to Michael's to go get it framed, and the person took the order, and I picked out everything, and I, wanted to keep costs down, so I was like, just regular glass, not museum glass, things like that. You're not worth that kind of money.
Wait, what's the difference between museum glass and regular glass?
That's museum glass. That's regular glass.
Museum glass.
All right, that doesn't help. Like, is that
one doesn't really
show glare?
It doesn't have a glare, so if I do this, that doesn't help at all.
That's museum glass.
And they can't even see it. Thrilled as they talk about
Things off camera.
Show things off camera. Yeah. So it has less glare.
It's less
chance?
glare, yeah.
Okay.
There's like a greenish tint, and that's about all you'll get off of it.
My Mass Effect print in my apartment has.
Gotcha. How much more expensive is that?
It depends. It's multiplied based on like how big the frame is. So I can't give you
The museum glass upgrade for my Mass Effect, the team print, was $150 for the glass.
difference.
Yeah, different.
Yeah.
I did not sound.
Okay.
So I was just like, regular glass. Let's take the matte and trim it down so that the frame isn't as big and stuff like that to keep it, under a certain amount. And then they're like, okay, it'll be done. And I paid the thing. They gave me a receipt, and they're like, it should be done on the 19th. And I'm like, okay, just in time for Christmas, good. So Jen and I were doing laundry on the 18th. And mind you, this is about a half hour from my house, over by where my parents live. That's the Michael's of choice for me.
So you had it delivered to your parents' house, or
No, and if you're doing bunny ears, you got to go up higher. Oh, okay. So they were gonna, they basically get the parts in and they assemble it with the picture.
okay.
That's how it works. So they were supposed to have it done. So we happened to be in the area, and I went to go see if they happened to have it done, because it would have saved me, an hour round trip. And we go in there, and I'm like, I know I'm probably early, but I'm supposed to have a print, a picture frame job done on the 19th tomorrow, but I'm doing laundry.
Like you're committing a heist.
I'm doing
frame job must be done.
I'm doing laundry today, which is out in this area. So I was wondering if it was done, and they're like, what's the name? And I gave them my name, and then they went into the back, and they're like, they're going through their records, and there's no record of a thing going on right now from you. So do you remember who did it? And I was like, Becky? And
There's no Becky that works here.
she's like, Becky hasn't been at work for about 10 days. I'm like, oh no. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, I'm remaining calm, but in my mind, I'm like, I hope they have that print somewhere, because it's limited edition, and at that point it was sold out already. So there were apparently, what was it, just hanging out on like a table or something like that. There was just a rolled up thing that had a question mark on it. So somebody's like, wait, was this it? And I unrolled it. I'm like, that's the one. And she's like, yeah, there was nothing put in for this. And I'm like, okay, well, I paid for it and everything. The people there were like, our general manager or district manager is here. But she's at lunch right now. Can you come back in like 10 or 15 minutes? So Jen and I went and we did some more shopping, and we came back. And she was basically like, I'm really sorry that this happened, but we'll let you pick out like, the new frame order or whatever. And I wanted to get it as close as possible. And they added They basically doubled the amount of the mat, which is that red area on your picture.
Okay.
They doubled that area, which
Sure.
also increased the amount of frame. So you probably got about another $100 out of that gift.
Yay!
And they put museum glass on it for free.
Oh, they did?
Yep. So yeah, you got the best gift of all of us by a default thing, and they put a shipping. They put an expedited shipping order on it to get it to me in time. So I picked it up on the 23rd with no hitch.
Awesome.
So
and I also want to say that I almost bought it too.
Yeah,
which I think I
several
completely
times
unwrapped
if I remember correctly from what you were telling us. So.
Yeah, that was. I got really close because I saw it, and I'm sure I said
it's
it.
the
in
Christmas
video.
gift that almost didn't happen, but I'm glad it did. So
the Christmas Oreo, poke your eye out, kid.
yeah, that's my story, and that took up like 10 minutes.
Yay!
So what's the deal with the glasses?
Yeah, he comes in here wearing glasses like some sort of snooty hipster.
Nick's the only one in this group who wears glasses.
Yeah, I was wearing glasses before it was cool.
And his are Oakleys.
Yeah.
No, mine are Oakleys.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I only had to pay $100 for them. They're normally like $500. So I went to an optometrist because I haven't had my eyes checked in about decade or less, something.
I have an eye story for after this, by the way.
You can shoot lasers now.
There's no eye and eye.
Leo's lens and retina are separating, and he's turning into Cyclops, so he's trying to prevent it.
There is no eye and eye.
Yeah. Nick's gonna be there for. So, anyways, I had the eye test done, and I could not sit still when they blow that puff of air in your thing. Every time I shook the whole counter, because I immediately reacted. My eyes do not like that. It turns out without the glasses, I have normal 20/20 vision.
Okay.
But I'm not used to that. That's why I thought everything was getting really fuzzy and really foggy. Like,
so you have perfect vision, but it's imperfect.
It's not perfect vision. It's normal vision.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So with the glasses on, I know I'm back to having 20/10 vision, which is what I had before.
So we have to get used to Dill having glasses now.
No. I don't need to have these on ever again if I don't want to.
Okay.
You
bought Oakleys.
Well, your insurance gets you pretty good.
Yeah, my insurance. So these were like $500 frames, and they're only $100 or something like that. No. So basically, I have normal vision without glasses, and I have enhanced vision with the glasses on.
Okay. So every time you put them on, you need like the night vision sound effect.
Yes.
All right. Wait. Take them off. Put them back on. It worked.
Magic. I know. It's just like the thing before.
The afro.
Cut away, but we didn't cut away.
I really heard about it though.
He heard it.
Okay, good.
We should call it out here.
I already saw one. How we got the glasses?
Oh, that's
So that's your story?
Yeah, and then him and we joked. I knew him for about 10 minutes, and then he told me his dad passed away 2 weeks ago.
I know I just met you, but my dad died.
We connected really well because we were joking about everything.
And then it got real.
Well, no, because we were talking about we just ate Thanksgiving, and we
ate all of Thanksgiving.
All of it.
Okay.
All of the givings.
Thanksgiving doesn't exist.
No.
November 20th. Well, the last Thursday or
third
Thursday doesn't exist anymore.
We were joking about basically how we were gonna die from eating so much, and he's like, "Well, it's a little bit on the morbid side, but that's kind of what."
Hey, speaking of death, my dad is dead.
Well, no, he goes. If it was my choice, it'd be death by chocolate. And then he's like, funny morbid story about that. My dad just died recently, and that's how him and I wanted to die, is death by eating too much chocolate.
That's a bit awkward.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Speaking of awkward glasses stories. Okay, so I went to.
Stop looking.
Would you like a chair to join us?
This is more fun.
I went to.
She's literally. She's just standing there eating wings, watching us.
Yeah, now she just got the wings. Before she was just standing. Go on with your eye story.
Okay, so I wanted contacts for Dragon Con.
Okay.
Because I was sick of not being able to see at all. Because I have terrible vision.
I just usually get in touch with people.
Mine is just gone. Everything's colors. So I went to the optometrist because there's one down the road that everyone in my department was like, "Oh, it's the best place ever." I was like, "Okay, I need contacts." So I went there, and they did the eye test with the puff and the air puff and whatever. And the guy was like,
I feel like that's just an initiation thing.
"Yeah, well, the guy
like they don't need to do that.
They just fuck with you.
That's what you would do. and this absolutely necessary test that everybody does
I had to do the pump.
because science.
Well, if it makes me feel, I had to do the pump like 4 times because I kept moving.
Sir, if you keep flinching, we're gonna keep doing it because
Well,
we need science.
I'm just gonna keep puffing air.
Well, I went there and they did all that stuff, and so I was like, okay. So they figured out my prescription. They're like, all right, come
Just
back.
on the puffs of air.
Well, no, the rest of it.
I know.
Too. So they're like, come back.
You had to put on the giant goggles.
They're like, come back in 2 weeks. That's an appointment, right? That's them telling me to come back. Okay, so I was like, all right. So I come back in 2 weeks, and they're like, oh, Mr. Kelly, what are you doing here? I said, you told me to come back in 2 weeks to pick up my contacts. And then they're like, yep. Did you make an appointment? I said, you made an appointment. So they're like, oh, we'll fit you in. I was like, you told me to come. So they give me my contacts or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's fully covered by the insurance. And then
But give us money anyway.
well, they're like, while you wait, just look at the glasses frames and see if you find one you like. I said, okay, but I'm not. I'll order glasses eventually, but I'm not. I don't want them now. And they're like, okay, just check out the frames. And so then I'm looking and say, oh, okay, these ones I would get, I guess. And at the end, they're like, okay, so your insurance covers everything. Can we see your credit card? And so she takes it and she goes, and I said, what are you doing? And she's like, I put it through for the glasses. I said, I didn't want glasses. I said, I didn't want them yet. Reverse that. They're like, that'll take a couple days. I was like, I don't have enough money for this. That's why I didn't want them. And they're like, oh, well, it'll come through. It'll reverse. And so I called my bank and I was
There's
like,
a blackmail scheme with all your coworkers, and that's why they all say it's the best.
well, I called my bank.
I promise it's the best.
You can only get out if you bring another one in.
I called my bank and I was like, you see this charge? Is like, I told them to reverse it. Don't let this go through. And so the bank did that or whatever. It came off.
Okay.
And but now I want the glasses. That was so awkward that I am now afraid to go back there to get the glasses.
Go somewhere else.
But she ordered the lenses to cut, and she's like, well, just call us when you want us to cut them. And I was like, I'll do it in September, but then I didn't in September, so now it's so awkward and I can't go back.
Just go, I'm worried you're not going to give my credit card back this time.
So that's why I still have my old glasses. But if I want to see
Mr. Kelly, let me I gotta take my lunch break right now. We're gonna bring in Otis. Hey, what's up?
Can we hold on to your
I heard
credit
you
card?
want some glasses and you were causing trouble last time. That'll be $500.
I feel like they'll be like, well, look who's back. It's not September, Mr. Kelly. I thought you were going to come see us in September. We ordered these lenses. We got them sitting here, paid for it out of our own pockets. And you said you were going to order.
He's like, I told you I'd be back in September.
Well, I'm saying which September?
What is this, Dumb and Dumber? What? 10 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I used my insurance on the lenses for my contact lenses. And so now I feel like if I wait until January and my insurance restarts, then I'll get more coverage.
Depends on how you're.
Why are you not telling them this?
At a different doctor.
That's why.
But if you met your deductible already for this year, most things are covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, but I already did.
Because once you reach your out-of-pocket max, you don't get charged anything.
Yeah, go talk to Max and
Unless
reach
you
your
have no
deductible.
insurance
It's
or
different. It's
copay.
different.
What?
I heard what you said.
No, you didn't.
Because I'm at.
We have it on video. Do you really want to deny that out of all things?
What was he denying?
Deductible.
I said, yeah, what she said. Go talk to Max and meet your deductible.
He's gonna take
I did it intentionally.
Yeah, fix it in post.
Watch the clock in the background. It'll So that's my eye strain, and that's why I have these stupid old glasses, and I'm afraid to go to the glasses.
Go to mine.
Yeah, they'll give you Oakleys and talk about their dead dads.
But I don't want them to do another.
Oh, look
eye
at me. Like I got.
Don't treat him like a second-hand citizen, second-class citizen.
I got referred from a coworker to there, and she didn't know anything about it. So.
Okay. About the dead dad. Oh.
I got referred by a coworker as well. And
So what you're saying is, if you ever want to get out of Roundy's, you can go there and be like, "Hey, he talked to me about his dead dad. Can I use him as
I'm
a
higher
reference?"
up on the food chain.
fun fact: the archaeologist was next to Mariano's. Please have them destroyed.
I have power inside. Outside, it's a little bit beyond my cart. Just deal with the cart pushers to push it into the store.
I heard you ordered a bunch of carts.
To the skull. All right. So who else has a story then? Because it's the holidays.
Yeah, Kevin.
Uncharted.
Oh yeah, the Uncharted story. I don't know if I've told this.
We did.
You're positive?
Yeah, because we told it last year.
After this,
Okay.
I'll tell the key story.
Tell the key story.
Tell this key
First?
story.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Nick's got the key story. He
So-
told me this. It's funny.
With my family, we do we pick a name and that's who you get the gifts for. But we also do this thing where once a year, someone in my family will do something stupid, and the rest of my family remembers that until Christmas.
I thought you put it on Facebook with your mom using the crossbow.
That was different.
Oh, okay.
This every year it's different. So like it'll be like well, I'll just tell this year because this year is the best. And my cousin David locks his keys in his car more than any human has ever done this in the world.
How?
I don't know. He just always does. And then
Does he not take it out like the ignition?
One time he
Ignition?
took it out of the ignition, started closing the door of the car, and dropped it, and it went in under the seat. And then the door closed, and he couldn't get it. And he only does this when it's -7 degrees outside, and then I have to come and help. And so this year, my aunt stole his keys and made a copy, and then we made 13 copies for all of us. So he got
David's like, everything's coming up, David. This year. Got so many presents. They're all about the same size now.
he got these 13 little boxes and copies of other stuff, and he goes, "What did I do this year?" Because it's always something stupid. Like one year, my uncle, his girlfriend covered his house in doilies, so we all got him doilies. But like, so David's like, "What did I do this year?" And then he pulls it out, and he goes, "Oh." Now he has no excuse for losing his keys.
I locked my key in my car. What about the 13 copies? They're locked in there too.
I didn't take them out.
I took one because usually it'll be like, I'll get a text and it'll be like, "May need you to come get me. Locked keys in car." And I'll be like, one time he did it. We worked in this building, and across the street is the Woodfield Mall in Illinois, which is a ginormous, famous mall.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a text last year, or it might have been earlier this year. He's like, "Locked keys in car. May need you to come get me at Woodfield Mall." And I was like, "Okay, but I have 3 more hours of work." And he was like, "I will wait."
At least he was at a mall.
Yeah, but like he saw a cop there, and apparently the cops can get your keys out of your car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the
They have a
did it.
little doohickey.
Yep, he did that, and I didn't have to.
I thought you were going to say that he did that and didn't tell you.
No,
He just drove all the way up to Woodfield like, David,
I
where are you?
probably would have.
Oh, I've been home for hours.
Yeah, I probably would have forgotten, went home, and then left him.
Well, like Dragonage right now. I'll come back to you in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. So that was my key story.
Okay.
Did you tell the Uncharted story?
Oh, I
Or we
apparently
decide
did last year.
You did on a different
You
podcast?
could just make it a quick. Well, it's a quick one anyway.
I'll
So,
recap.
anyways.
Okay, so essentially, I hadn't played Uncharted. Uncharted 3 came out that year. And it was my birthday, which is the 21st, so it's 4 days before Christmas. And I was like, I had some money, so I'm like, I'm gonna go out and get Uncharted because I was off of work that day. So I went out and got it, started playing the first one. Jen comes home, she's like, "What you playing?" I'm like, "Uncharted." She's like, "Well, Merry Christmas!" And she throws some boxes at me, and I open them up, and I'm like, "Oh, you got me the collection, which I just bought." So then I had to do the return of shame the next day, where we went to GameStop, and I had to explain. She was like this in the background, and I had to go to the. I had to go up to the cashier and go, "I did a bad thing." My birthday was the other day, and I bought the thing before Christmas, and that's what she got me. So I'm returning this.
Which I almost did it twice this year with 2 different things. The Varric print, and then I got a Vegeta pop.
Bobblehead. Or not a bobblehead, I'm
No,
sorry. A popplehead.
Yeah, a popple bobble. And my sister bought me the Vegeta. I'm like, I am so glad I didn't need to buy the Vegeta to get the free shipping.
In my defense, I don't think I linked you to that Varric print because I was like, I'm not going to buy this. Or I'm not going to let him know that I'm buying this.
I've seen it every time because I'd always go check to see, because they did the 16 days of giveaway, and the Varric necklace was one of them, and I wanted to see if it was still sold out. So I kept seeing it, and then
So is that you officially bought that now, or haven't you
Yes.
bought it yet? Okay.
No, I did buy it, and it was $72, so I got it on sale.
Nice. Normally 90.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why they didn't really have any good specials or percentages off for Sideshow.
Yeah, I don't know. They hated me. That's the only explanation I have.
Kevin's been trying to buy.
Okay, so another story, I guess. Jen's birthday is towards the end of October, and how long has that Batman figurine been up there? Or I want to say they put it up at like the end of summer or something like that. So there's this like nice.
It's a premium.
It's a premium format, but I don't know how big to scale that.
24 inches.
All right.
Oh, I can scale it for you.
She's gonna scale.
She ran into the bedroom.
Oh,
I'd
roll
be
the
worried.
technical difficulties bumper right now.
Oh.
Madam Hydra.
So this is how tall, that's how tall the Batman, the Wonder Woman, and there's a trifecta. There's a Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman set, and she loves Woman, so she pre-ordered the Wonder Woman one like immediately.
Order this one now for $1,000.
Fun fact. It could be up to this tall because this is how tall my Darth Maul statue is.
Yeah, well, there's a tall base on it, like Batman's on a pillar kind of thing, like a cut-off pillar. Or yeah, that's right. Wonder Woman's on the pillar, right? And then Superman's on the crystals. Yeah.
Wait, is he on kryptonite?
No.
I mean, like that's kind of a dick move.
It's like the
She's so dusty.
Feather duster and the computer air spray.
Compressed air.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna get suicide.
Feather duster's the best.
So anyway, she ordered that immediately, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking for a birthday present for her, and I was thinking about getting that, which I mean they're expensive, but whatever.
Money is no object to him.
Correct. It's Jen. So Sideshow had a 20% off deal at the beginning of October, and I saved the promo code for later. And it was
Did it expire?
Right after I was going to order it. Apparently, it expired beforehand. So right after it expired, I decided to go order the thing. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll just tell her that it hasn't shipped yet. To which she said, "Where are we going to put it, Kevin?" So I'm like, okay, she knows I'm getting her something from Sideshow.
No.
So I told her it wasn't shipped out yet, and because I knew that Sideshow always runs a spooktacular thing at the end of October. It's like the last week of October. They have a bunch of deals, so I'm like, maybe they'll just be like a general purpose one, or the Batman thing will be on sale. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, November is coming through. I didn't want to pay full price for this thing. It gets to the beginning of December. I'm like, all right, I can match it up with like her Christmas present too. That'll make sense. And nothing. Just absolutely nothing. And I told Nick basically right after I ordered it, which was the 23rd, I finally ordered it because I was trying to maximize my chances for it to be on sale. I know like they're doing a post-Christmas sale right now. At some point that thing's going to be on sale. I'm going to be like, no!
Just don't look.
Yeah. Maybe
that was a Simpsons song.
Just don't look. No, wait, we'll have to pay them.
Good point. You just did one of them. It's usually two.
Yep.
That's when Lard Black went away.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly that thing. Yep.
So, yeah, then that's pre-ordered.
Unless it's Jonathan Colton, then you don't have to pay him ever. Right, Glee?
Or they just wait till they're dead.
Good times.
Michael Jackson.
I love how he re-released that on iTunes within parentheses in the style of Glee.
Uh-huh.
To just give them a big undercut. Because it was like, I originally wrote this version. Arranged it, thank you. Because originally it was Sir Mix-a-Lot.
So I have a roommate story. This actually goes back to...
I need to create an animated bumper for Dale's roommate stories.
Yeah, like Jenna trying to mow the lawn and then getting ran over.
Remember those wasted gifts?
Right.
Anyways, so this happened right after the election for our governor.
Okay.
Now, her and I vote complete opposites, but I won't go into who voted what or whatever. But it's the funny thing is because we know we're going to vote the opposite of each other, and I say every time we're going there to cancel each other's votes out. She's like, "Don't say it like that because it sounds bad." I'm like, "We're both voting, whatever." So after
he's trying to convince her that it's a bad idea to vote, so that she'll get discouraged and then Dale's vote will count.
No, it's not that. We'd still both go and vote. It was just ironic.
Attrition.
Yeah, I have a few voting stories about her. Like one time she forgot that she could. Some of them have you can just vote one party. She didn't really read that, so she was going through each one, and it took her an extra like 5 minutes. And then another time she forgot there was another side of the ballot, so she didn't do that. But this story resides in. There's two candidates. There's the one I voted for, and then there's the one Jenna voted for. Now the thing was one of the candidates was a woman, and she wasn't seen with a lot of family members.
Okay.
So it led to a few people to believe that she might be a lesbian, which isn't that bad. It was just kind of a, what if? Is it kind of a thing?
It's a lot of interpretation.
Right. Well,
Extrapolation.
It's just a guess. It's not like a slander kind of thing or whatever.
Okay.
They're just guessing. They're just wondering. So, but the funny thing is her mom told Jenna and asked Jenna, do you think blah blah is a lesbian? And Jenna's like, I don't know who that is. And it turns out that's the person she voted for. She didn't know the name of the person she was voting for. Which, to be honest, I feel isn't that stupid of a thing, because I feel like that's the average voter, to be honest. I don't know who I'm voting for. I don't.
They just side with the party.
Right. They just go with the party, not the values or not the, not their
So,
plans.
By that line of reasoning, we don't even have to have debates.
No, don't blame me. I voted
For Kodos. It always comes back to The Simpsons.
I'll vote for the third party.
Go ahead, throw your vote away.
So the FX now.
John, can you tell me like The Simpsons?
Hey Kevin, why don't you go watch a Simpsons DVD?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That's right. You can't, because I have all yours and I have the FX Now app.
No, you just have the best seasons.
Yeah, that's right.
I still have seasons 1 and 2 over there.
Abortions for some, tiny plagues for everyone. So that was the most recent roommate story. She's had other small things, but I mean nothing to that scale.
That's pretty good.
It was. And then I got her a gift, and she got me a gift. So now I have a hipster hat and scarf to go with the hipster.
Why aren't you wearing it, Dale? You have powers for Christmas. The powers of fashion.
Is that David?
Are you saying I'm a bad dresser?
He's saying you
This
were.
is just like
We were gonna have work. I left myself open.
That's what Dale does at convention.
He's gonna complain on his Tumblr.
I probably could. Okay, have one of you been doing something on Tumblr lately?
I occasionally post, but what?
Every other day I get another follower for Tumblr.
Really?
Not from.
I haven't posted anything since we came back from the Dragon Con.
I haven't tagged you in anything since Dragon Con, so I don't know.
It's not like a bunch of people. It's just like every other day I get a new follower.
Is it just followers, or are they reblogging things that you do?
No, it just is now following Barrick.
I usually post to Tumblr once per year.
Well,
about how you hate Tumblr?
I never posted that. I do hate Tumblr.
Well, I just post my cos pics on there.
Yeah, that's
but
all
I haven't.
do.
I haven't uploaded any since we got back from Dragon Con. I really got to put Danny's on there.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
Danny Hunter, our photographer for our Dragon Age group at Dragon Con.
He did the best pictures for our group this year.
It was a bunch of you picking people up.
And I was in the center for most of the other
I feel like we've explained that like several times on the podcast.
I was actually
so I think we need to.
So. Yeah.
Well, you need to update it with scales.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about the wild lies I'm telling
110
later.
1/6. 1/2.
Quarter scale.
Yeah.
Diecast.
Oh.
So let's talk about the wild lies we're going to tell ourselves about this upcoming con season, shall we?
Well, why don't you start it out, because you were talking about it.
All right, I'll tell you. I have 3 wild lies I'm telling myself.
All right,
I thought
first
you
of
said
all,
lives.
First of all, you've made it through a lot of Inquisition. We're probably around the same area.
Yeah.
Do we want?
Have you decided that you want to do any other costumes based on Inquisition, or are you sticking to Sebastian?
I'm going to stick to Sebastian just because the armor looks so good that Tyler made, and also all the characters that I really like in Inquisition are the girl characters and Iron Bull. And Varric, I can't be Varric.
Okay.
You're Varric.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just you
And
just said you didn't like.
I really like that I like the ones that I.
Varric has to be
available.
in my party no matter
I
what.
like Blackwall, but I couldn't grow the beard, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You haven't finished the game yet. Say that when you're done.
Also, I like Blackwall currently.
Hmm.
I
But
do
like
too.
my favorite is like Cassandra and Sarah and Iron Bull. And
You
I,
can pull off Sarah. You have
You
the
can
hair
speak in the
for
Cockney
it.
accent, right? As a girl.
You have the hair for it. And,
Yeah.
well, and you do make them wear hoods in the game.
all right. Well,
And
then
then
I
you
guess,
get-
it's settled then.
And you can
Kelly
just-
was never an agreeable girl.
and you can
I'm getting on board with this.
and you could just be weird and say weird things and it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean there was a dude.
Well, step on the little people, huh? Well, punch in
Sarah
the
has
face.
short hair.
Yeah. It's like chopped at weird angles too. It's like she just took a knife and went.
Yeah, she did it herself.
Oh.
But yeah, so of the Inquisition characters, I predominantly like the female ones and Iron Bull. And
What about you? Like Vivian?
No, I don't like.
I'm the only one who seems to like Vivian.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
not that
you
I.
would.
And I don't have her in my party ever. It's just
That's
like a,
because you support the circle.
Yeah, I am dreadfully against the Circle, aka the Indian reservations of Dragon Age,
it's a university to me.
that they force you to go to.
Did I play? I play as a warrior, so
A university they force you to go to if you're a certain.
If you have a talent,
Yeah, if you have a certain
a special
thing.
trait.
it's so you can practice it safely.
Mm-hmm.
Says the government,
Yeah,
which is me.
yeah, the bad guys.
And if you don't, they stamp your forehead and you forget feelings.
Uh huh.
Yay! Oh,
You
we're
guys
talking
haven't-
about the tranquil.
Have you guys done Cassandra's storyline?
Yes.
Her friendship.
I did.
So you know about the Tranquil stuff then?
Uh huh.
Do
I
you?
know that in Dragon Age Asunder they were.
All right. Well,
I don't want to get
we're
into
gonna do
spoilers.
spoilers.
All right, I need like a spoilers thing,
Yeah.
so it can be reversed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it can be reversed. Also, the Seekers are tranquiled before they go on their little pilgrimage.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and when you talk to Cassandra, she tells you they basically take a spirit inside of them to regain that,
Oh.
to reverse it.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Now
Yeah.
I'll get to experience that sometime in the game. I
No,
spoiled myself.
I don't know if it's because of romance or not, kind of a thing. I think she might tell you because of the romance.
Mine was directly tied into the romance.
Was it? Oh,
So yeah, so you might not have. Did you find the hut of the Tranquil?
Mm,
Tranquil Hut.
I don't remember this.
It's in Redcliffe by the docks.
Probably. I explored all of.
Yes. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
With the
I'll have to go back.
you would have seen it by now. There
Okay.
is a
I went to every building, so I would assume.
okay.
but-
There's a building with a whole bunch of those skulls.
Oh yeah.
Those skulls that you're using are Tranquil skulls.
Okay. I think I do remember mention of that.
Yeah, the Tranquil look like they've been slaughtered,
Okay.
like an endangered species kind of a thing, because there's like 4 of them now or something like that.
I've
don't
met a
know.
couple.
I don't think I met any.
Really?
Yeah.
I met like 2 of them.
There's one in Skyhold.
Mm.
But anyway, as far as Inquisition characters, I don't like. I'm not gonna make Colin. I don't look like him.
Oh my God!
Uh,
You don't want to get screamed and groped,
Yeah.
screamed at and groped. Not-
I'm not gonna do
you might
that.
be screaming anyways.
I like Colin, but I'm not gonna make that.
That's really funny because he hasn't done the ball yet,
I haven't.
and you didn't get that comment apparently. Oh,
I was romancing Cassandra, and I was a guy.
I know that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, for me, he just had people he was talking to. It wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't.
I walked past it. And he's like, "Did you just pinch my bottom?"
Oh
And then,
no, I didn't get
then
that.
there was
No.
a male voice who was like, "I'm sorry, sir, but I'm weak. I'm a weak man." And I'm like, "All right, Cullen. Well, I'm gonna keep going.
Also,
Enjoy."
for me, Cullen is the Anders of that in terms of romancing, because everyone else eventually either becomes a good friend or you stick with your romance. No, Cullen always has the. Do you want to romance
Yeah,
him?
it always is there.
I have that for Dorian too.
No, that went away for me eventually.
did
I can't
Yeah.
grow a mustache, so he's right out for costume.
You know, you could
I cannot fit in
put one
women's
on with
pants.
spirit gum, right?
I know, but it wouldn't be as cool.
I can't fit in women's pants, so there's no way I'm going to be Dorian.
You should do Dorian.
I do like Dorian.
And you want to be Dynamite with a laser beam, don't you?
I am. Yeah, Dynamite was a way to
His penis.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you hate the most out of the game?
I don't like Vivienne because
Okay.
she's like the
Yeah. She have you ever had Varric and Vivian in the same party?
No, I don't use
She
Vivienne.
makes fun of Varric's fashion sense. She goes, "Darling Varric, who is your fashion tailor?" And he's like, "I can get you the name." "Good, I shall have a stern word with her." And I'm like, "You're kind of a dick."
I like Varric's fashion sense, but that wasn't like an overtly I hate Vivienne now because she made fun of Varric's coat.
No,
I
but
don't
I'm just
hate her
saying.
personally. I hate her philosophy.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't hate you. I just hate what you stand for.
I do hate what she stands for.
That's a perfectly viable reason.
Yeah, I mean,
So what about you? Who do you hate the most? And we'll go with.
I mean, I pretty much like everybody in the group, but if I had to pick one person that I didn't see eye to eye with the most, it would probably be Sarah.
Yeah, you and her
She's kind of
personality
crass, but I'm warming up to her, like you were telling me.
yeah.
Mhm.
Once you get to know her, she's
Very, very different. But explain to Dale about her and Blackwall, because I don't think I was doing it justice.
The best is if you bring. I had Blackwall and Sarah for a large portion of the game,
Okay.
and their banter is like sort of adorable, where like he'll call her like little one and stuff, and then like my favorite one was in the Emprise de Lebre,
Leon.
in the Orlais place.
Stop
the
speaking
snow
the French
monsters.
people.
Leon.
There's a big frozen statue, and you walk by it, and Sarah goes, "Just frozen titties, ice, snow, tits." And then Blackwall goes, "Little one, the word you're looking for is titsicle." God, it's good.
My favorite.
I wonder how many takes they had to do to get that right.
I don't know. It was perfect. It was perfect.
All right, so you hate. You're
I don't
really-
hate
not
Sarah.
hate-
I just don't prefer her
Well,
in my
both
party.
of you remember that when you get the Blackwall's character thing.
Okay. Because you hate Blackwall the most.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, when you find out why his character passed, I mean, all the other ones kind of pale in comparison, in my opinion.
Okay. Who do you like the best?
Well, that's what I was going to ask next.
Who do I like the best? After the romance thing, Cassandra. The thing with the book.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys didn't get the same thing.
No, I didn't choose the same answers probably that he did.
Did you do the poetry?
Oh, you have to.
You have to do the poetry.
Okay. Well,
That's one of the requirements.
discuss.
No, I said, "Oh, so you're a better choice. You could choose a better one." And she didn't punch me. She just like started re-quoting the lines.
No, I'm talking about when she first walks into the grove and she sees all the stuff that you did. She comes in and then she just goes,
"Oh, yeah."
Alright.
Oh, because the way he said it, it was like you got punched.
No,
or something.
she
No,
just
I said punch in the shoulder. That's how he described it to
It's
me.
like a push.
Oh, well, now you're changing your
Like a-
answer.
It's like a punch.
He always said like this.
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, Cassandra doesn't.
I didn't romance her, so I don't know. I'm giving
You didn't romance anyone.
Correct. The only one I hit on intentionally was Josephine.
I like Josephine.
It's a thing at the. Oh, you're not gonna get it because you romanced Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I accidentally started a romance with Cullen. I had a.
Well, he started humping my leg, so I let it keep going, and then
No,
we were having
was-
babies.
It was. I occasionally had a problem where I don't know if I told this last time.
They have
I think I
pills
did.
for that.
I tried to click and I wasn't getting the option wheel, so I had to use the keys. And there was one. He was kind of ranting a bit, and he's like, "I'm sorry, you didn't come here for a lecture," and I was like, "I don't mind, it's fine."
And
But apparently, it was like, "Oh, I don't mind."
I like it when you talk.
So my inquisitor was like, "Oh, Colin, you can rant to me anytime you want."
And Colin goes,
And Colin's like, and then I come back to my inquisitor, and he's like, so I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" I had the same expression Colin did.
Good thing you didn't have the glitch where it just went to his crotch. But if you right click, it fixes that. Just click
I have to
outside,
click
yeah.
a bunch on the off to the side of the screen, and sometimes even that doesn't work.
So yeah, that's a funny thing. Did you stick with the romance? Are you sticking with it, or are you?
Josephine?
Yeah.
I didn't follow up on it.
Oh, okay.
There's a dialogue option after the ball where you can be like, "Oh, the best part," because she's like, "Oh, bad, that was a big stink or something like that, or complicated or something." You're like, the highlight of my evening was our dance that we had at the evening or at the end of it. I'm like, I'm not gonna choose that. It was appropriate at the time.
You're mean. Horrible person.
I don't want to romance.
I danced with Cassandra. Okay, so who's your favorite then?
Varric.
Okay.
He's the main character as far as I'm concerned. But aside from that, Cassandra.
Okay. That was basically my two choices.
The book thing with Varric.
That made me smile for so long because that was perfect.
When that happened, I was like, okay, she's my favorite Dragon Age character. I was like, this is the best
That's
thing.
perfect.
She's tell Varric.
She's a very well written, like, tough girl. Character.
Well, who is the soft girl on the inside?
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
it's
Once
like,
you get through the hard shell.
Yeah.
I just like when Varric's like, okay, I guess I'll just wait.
Yeah. Guess you don't care what happens to the guard captain.
This is so good.
Oh, also, if you have Varric and Cassandra in the party, you find out why Varric was actually taken to the divine.
Yeah.
It's a banter.
Yeah. That's funny.
You do or you don't?
I do. I have
okay.
You know?
Yeah. It's because she was a fan and she wanted his autograph.
Yeah, she wanted him to sign the book. And Cassandra's like,
ugh. The best is when, did you have the one where she's like, Varric, so are you going to introduce me to Hawk? And then he's like, where's this going?
Who said that?
Cassandra.
Oh.
And she's like, are you? And she goes, are you going to write a book about this adventure?
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, well, if maybe Hawk could sign my.
Yeah.
I love it.
My favorite banter was between Cole and Iron Bull.
Yeah.
Cole goes,
that one.
I'm using.
I don't use Cole very often. I don't use him at all.
Right now, so I just started using them both.
I liked the backstory Cole had in Asunder.
Yeah, don't say it because I just started using them to see the banter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually the thing I got to decide for this second time because I'm right about the end of the prologue, so I got to kind of figure out what my party is going to consist of. I'm a Kunari mage.
I was just about to say what kind of character are you playing?
Kunari mage. Tell the shop, motherfuckers.
I feel like that merits a shirt. Your face.
Tell the shop, motherfuckers.
I think we should make a shirt of him with this on.
That was so nerdy.
Just like his face, and like we'll crop out, and so it's like his face, and his head goes tell the shop, motherfuckers. Make it.
Yeah, there you go, boy. Use the Photoshop and After Effects.
Yeah. So the first wild lie regarding cosplay is that I'm going to make my Sebastian scales out of metal.
Do it. Go to theringlord.net.
The Ringlord. I have to find which ones I need and what to do.
Go for the aluminum.
The one ring.
Soren makes armor for you.
Okay.
Or she tells you the parts to make.
Gotcha.
On the plus side, since Sebastian's like what Varric's description of him was,
Choir boy.
you can make it like absolutely pristine shiny. Whereas if I made that out of actual metal, they would have to be super rusted and grody.
But I can make it shiny. So maybe I'll do that. I want to do that. I intend to do that. I might not. Just how I am. I
support it, even though I made all those ridiculous scales. It took all that time. But
the penguin is at the end of its usability.
Oh, so you got the Varghests? Every time I see those, I think of pangolins.
Yeah.
Because I got that build to them.
I call them pangolins. But the second wild lie that I'm telling myself is that Hot Toys put up the prototype figure for Thanos. I was like, I could make this armor. No, I can't. How would I do the face stuff? I can't make that armor. Maybe I'll try. And then the third wild lie is
make it out of foam.
We just rub grape jelly on you. And then if it like drips, it should pool near the chin.
That would be delicious and effective. The third wild lie.
Your girlfriend does an Asari costume, which involves body paint.
It's not the paint though.
Yeah, but it's not used.
You want the chin?
He's got that. Yeah.
Take the skull cap and reverse it. And put it down there. Being overly facetious, but
yeah. You better buy a pretend beard and then just get flush to cover over it, so it makes it bigger.
That seems overly elaborate. No, but like the third lie is a secret, and I'm not going to talk about it yet.
I'm telling you it's a secret, so you want to know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you.
I have a secret costume too.
Is it the...
I'll tell you, Dale.
Okay.
But I'm not telling the podcast.
Okay. Is it the Alistair Knight clothes from the comic book?
That's already been kind of confirmed that I want to do that.
Well, you
I already
want
talked-
to do that, but
I already
what are
talked to Lynn last year, and she was like, "I'm not gonna have enough time to do it before Dragon Con."
Well,
I'm
she
like,
had to go to Japan.
"Yeah." So she's like, "Just hit me up next year, and we'll make it so."
All right.
I still want it to happen.
Okay. You got other ones?
I talked to Robert about that. Hopefully we're getting together in January, but I don't know. Since I talked to him, stuff has happened.
Like stuff for you or him?
Him. So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I think you can do it on
well,
your own.
I probably could. I'm probably just second guessing myself, but I'd still like some tutelage
Just
on
email
Or
him.
get
from people who have done it before. So
Get Adi to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
no, I'm gonna have to make like
The only-
elaborate promises and
The only thing
favors.
you're gonna have to
Like
do
you were talking.
if you get him to do it, you only have to go into the hot shower when he's ready for you to wear it. So don't worry, it won't be anything weird. I mean, Zebron loves leather and all, so I'm just saying hot shower with leather and Zebron.
Adi, if you're watching this, just make him play Payday 2.
Yeah.
He's always playing Payday 2. Every time I go on Steam.
Horrible eyes. He would have seen by now.
I'm talking about Adi.
I know he would have seen by now.
That he was playing Payday 2?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what you're
I said
talking
Adi was
about.
playing
Yeah.
Payday 2.
Oh, I thought you were implying that I was. secretly.
No,
No, every
you
time
played it what, twice?
Every time I go on Steam, Adi's playing Payday 2. I'm gonna look.
But I doubt he'd be now because mostly Dragon Age stuff. But so my big thing is one, I have to remake Bianca, which means I also have to watch.
Are you gonna
how
make
she's
it?
working.
No, he's playing Planetary.
You gonna make how it works too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm redoing.
Are you gonna do it with the? Because whenever he fires now, it's like
That's I have to watch that.
recocks it with the.
because
Okay.
I played an assassin rogue, so I was never near Varric when he was firing.
Varric is my main character, so I see him fire all the time. I actually had the game break at one point where he had a Veil Torch and Bianca in one hand, and in the other hand he was just like. So Bianca was like over here. He was firing Bianca with one hand, and the other hand was just like, "Hey,
It's a me, Verico.
I think I have that on my phone actually."
And then the other thing is I have to figure out what coat I want to do for Varric.
Just do the Prowler coat,
That's what I
the
have.
one with the breastplate
Right,
and
but
the scarf. Just pick the material you like the best, and then go from there.
Plaid weave.
well, I mean,
No, don't do plaid weave. If you do plaid weave, I'm going home.
why? What one's the plaid
The
weave?
plaid
one?
weave
Is that
looks-
the blue one?
No, it's the bright yellow one with
You look
the.
like Groundskeeper Willie.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking about if I'm gonna do pauldrons and shin guards.
Yeah. That's the whole Prowler set.
Right. Well, no. That's not the whole Prowler set. Or do I not? Maybe I don't have the Prowler feet and
Yeah, you
arms.
must not have.
I don't think so then. So those are the two things I really want to do. If I get a better shirt for Varric, oh yeah. If I get a better shirt for Varric, that'd be nice. And you linked me to that one person who was thinking about making it, but I never heard anything back about it. So
They were doing the embroidery for it, so you would still have to supply a shirt and then sew it onto there. But they would do all the gold stuff, and I know I painted that on for you, but
and it's still like there. It's been through the wash like 4 times.
okay. So, but I mean, that was just
In the dryer.
You need a shirt that looks like Varric's because he wears his coat open. So I'm just gonna
Right.
do this. We got like an old T-shirt from what was it, Salvation Army,
Yeah.
and we just cut it down the center to make a V, and then I just painted it with like fabric paint, and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, and besides it being like this short for the arms, it's the exact replica of Varric's thing. So, I mean,
it would be nice to have that whole thing commissioned.
mhm.
I mean, I know it's going to cost you, but
Well, if I'm gonna,
if you're going to do the Prowler one, you don't have to worry
well, yeah,
because that has the breastplate that covers it, and then the like the shemagh that goes over the top.
right.
Of it.
But if I want to do like ballroom Varric or something like that,
Okay.
I'd have to
So you want one costume that you can
rules them all.
go for multiple versions of Eric.
Mhm.
Well,
Because
there
I'm
you
sure
go.
people are gonna be like, I can't see your chest hair.
Well, they said that even when they
You need it like you need a button that you can. You need a button you can press and it just explodes.
Chest hair explodes. Chest hair.
fist like the Green Lantern.
It takes a lot of concentration. So yeah, that's my big thing. Other than, I mean, other costumes that, I mean, if you want me to be that one costume, you still have to get me the skin tight suit. Or
I want that to happen.
So you still have to get that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of any other costumes. I mean, Phantasmo would be nice, but I think that's the bottom on my list for me.
Yeah, Robert Moonbrow, not that Robert, is at the bottom of my priority list too. I want to update.
Was that the Gen Con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went there. I want to do Mordecai's like Dungeons and Dragons.
I thought you were gonna be a Phantasmalite.
I want to be a Phantasmalite, but I also just like one other thing I want to do is Mordecai's Dungeons and Dragons armor from regular show.
That would be awesome. You got to make sure you send that to JG Quintel because he would totally retweet that.
I have no idea who that is, but Mordecai's Disjunction, Mordecai's
Mordenkainen.
That's what I was thinking about.
I think it's Mordenkainen, but yeah, whatever, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled pretty similarly. Oh, we've been going on for about an hour and we still got it. I mean, that clip in there put us over already.
That was in there naturally.
Wasn't that great? I'm glad we got to see that.
So
it was,
Let's do this. If you want a specific party for us to play in when we go through our next Dragon Age run, put it in the comments.
Or send us an email at thelongconpodcast, all one word, @gmail.com.
Or tweet us at our individual Twitters.
Mine is Mr. Bob 0822.
Mine is Irish Wastrel. App.
And then Doctua Seto. So DCTUA_SETO.
Kevin, put those in with words on the screen.
I will.
No, numbers. Do the number thing.
What? No, what numbers?
Put
Because he
numbers
said
in
with
there.
words.
What?
Put it in binary.
Yeah.
No.
Trinary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I assume we didn't get any questions this year.
Nope. This year? We got some this year.
Actually, that's a fairly thought.
Not this month, though. So if you have a question and don't want us to ramble on and on and on and on and on, it's nothing specific to talk about.
It's your fault for not asking questions.
Well, what he said, I didn't say it.
It's his fault, their fault for clicking on the podcast.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life?
Why did we lose like 4 subscribers?
What, we at -3 now?
You're making poor life choices.
Yeah, that's great. They basically watch 3 narcissists talk to each other for an hour.
That's every podcast.
Yeah, but this one actually had gifts in it too. Guys, our gifts are better than yours. That's why we're going to show them.
I sit in my cubicle all day listening to This American Life. We have not even bordered on pretension. We are not even halfway there.
Do you want to say the pool thing that happened?
I want to read it perfectly.
Okay.
So I was at my family's Christmas get-together, and my aunt and uncle have a pool table, like billiards.
Oh.
And while I was writing the Facebook, I was horrible. My uncle destroyed me at billiards.
Here the Kevin Blash says, well, I am certainly not any better at playing pool than the last time I played. That's what Kevin said on the Faces book. And Dale commented, do you want to read it?
All right. I usually use the brushstroke when I play pool.
When I was writing that tweet, when I was making that post, I'm like, Dale's totally going to relate this to pool. I saw it and I laughed anyway. Even though I fully expected it to happen.
I was sitting in a room full of people who had just eaten a lot of Christmas food and were like not talking. And I was just like flipping through Facebook and I was like, and then they were all like, but it was funny.
Mm-hmm. So that's that.
Final thoughts?
I'm trying to think if we missed any stories that we were planning on telling.
This is the last podcast of 2014.
Yep.
It is.
So we will wish you, well, a previous...
A Merry Fishmas.
Yes.
If Ragnarok does indeed come this year, I hope you all find hiding
Wasn't
places.
that the name of the homeless guy you guys met? What? Don't look at me. I wasn't there for that.
Nick remembers his name. I put him from my mind.
That was brother something. I think.
Jenna TV?
What? Jenna TV.
It's a Dragon Age thing.
Okay. Quiet you. All right. I got nothing. Later, chumps.